I hit record, all that stuff. There we go.
Ah, shit.
Recording.
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 All right. Start the streams. Yup. All right, so we're live. That was a really bad way to kick it off with me yelling, screaming, singing. So this week, should we do the try segment? Or I think the try segment should be dependent on how much time we've spent.
All right.
You know, I'm kind of leaning towards keeping the episodes closer to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And so I guess we'll just watch your clock, whatever the time is when we start, and then 30 minutes from then, we should be wrapping it up. So I'm thinking like 15 minutes of movie talk and 15 minutes of random, and then we wrap up. So
Sounds good.
Cool. Okay, so I gotta get the video up and share. I gotta share it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta share it.
3, 2, 1.
And we're live. Sound speeds or whatever Jordan says.
Speed recording.
Speed
What's
of
the
sound.
thing? Okay. Video up. Okay. And we're officially live.
All right. Yep. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. That's hard not to sing. It's really hard. Okay. Well,
So she said.
I'm so glad it was on me. I didn't have to make any noise.
Good night, folks.
Exactly. I held still really well. I'm impressed with myself on that one. I guess we'll start. We got a couple viewers, which are us, I think.
Yeah.
Doing our own
And Jordan.
show.
Hey.
And Jordan. Welcome, Jordan. Thank you
classic.
for
Creator
tuning
of the
in.
show.
Yeah. Yeah, the creator of the show. And not responsible for how much we've ruined it since its
watching it
inception. Yeah. When are you going to come on the show again, Jordan? That's the question. That's the question. Come on the show, man. Come on the show. Always welcome. I was thinking we got to have Michael back on too. Both the Michaels. All the Michaels.
Common.
The Com and the
It's
Luck.
my middle
The
name.
luck.
Gotta have all
Yeah.
the Michaels.
Yeah, as many Michaels as possible. The more, the better.
Mike's,
many
Miguel's,
Michaels.
they count as well.
Miguel's. Okay, well, I guess we can get started. I think it's high time that we get started. Welcome to Try Again, a movie club. We are a group of friends who try to be funny while talking about movies. Each week we pick a movie and we review it and make fun of it and all that crap. Again, we're trying, and that's why it's called Try Again. When we if at first we're not funny, try again. And by the way, this is our 74th time trying. And the movie that we're going to be reviewing is The Breakfast Club from 1984. This movie was my pick from last week because I had not seen it before. It's a famous 80s movie. It's one of them John Hughes thingies. It seems like something that everybody should see, and there's references to it all the time. Yeah, that's why I picked it. I ended up liking it. I posted on Facebook and asked like my Facebook friends what they thought of it, what they would give it. I got like all 10s, and the only one that wasn't a 10 was a 12 out of 10. So really big fans. I didn't think it was quite that good. I'd probably give it an 8 though. I mean, I was thoroughly entertained the whole time. I wasn't in love with it, but I liked it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give it an 8. Brandon, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with a good 7. The reason why is when I think of classic 80s teen movies, John Hughes movies, it is your Pretty in Pink. I want those type of movies, and this is there. There's elements of it. Anything with was it Michael C. Hall, whatever his name is. Love it. Totally cool. But this was like more of something like my sociology teacher would just show. Like if I had a sociology and I have a sub, he's just going to pop this movie in and we're just going to write a book report on everyone's different personalities. So it's kind of cool, but in a way it was kind of like educational. It's a good movie. I love it. A lot of good laughs. It's a classic, but it's on the weaker end of John Hughes movies, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. What do you got, Mac?
Yeah, I'm right there. I agree with that. Didn't have enough like 80s cheesiness for me. Like it had some, but like I don't know. When I see an 80s movie, I want to feel super 80s the whole time.
Yeah,
it didn't do that for me quite enough. I didn't like any of the characters all that much. Like I didn't want to really be friends with any of them, or they didn't seem like real people all that much to me. So yeah, for me, it's like a 6.5. I don't really care to see it again, but I thought it was cool to see, and I thought the message of the movie was good and stuff. So yeah, for me, it's a 6.5.
All right. Yeah. Good points, everybody. I think we're all in the same place pretty much. I mean, I guess I gave it the highest score, but I totally feel what you guys are saying too. Going back to Brandon's comment about it being the weaker of the John Hughes movies, I actually looked up his movies, like ones that he's written, because I heard of the guy before, but I confess I only thought of him as writing like a handful of 80s movies and not much else. And so I looked at his library, and he's written so many hits.
Yeah.
So many hits. And like Home Alone was one of them. And I think that movie is a freaking masterpiece. Like still funny. Every time I watch it, I laugh really hard.
2 and 3.
Yeah. And there are 4. There's a 4th.
There's a 4th.
There's a 4th. It's straight to TV. 4th Home Alone. Not kidding. But yeah, I would agree. Like it was totally good. But yeah, it wasn't his best, but it was good.
No. I mean, I'm looking right now at his Wikipedia for like what National Lampoon, Vacation, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, Weird Science, Ferris Bueller, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck.
The guy's a genius. A genius.
He just, you talk about those type of individuals that just changed everything. He showed up, and when he left, because he's passed on, from the time he showed up to the time that he ended, it changed the world. It changed everything. And there's not that many people who can do that in this industry. Not that many at all. And he did it, and it's wonderful. Yeah,
definitely something to celebrate. Mac, what's your favorite part?
Oh, wow. I don't know why I didn't expect that question.
You can request a pass. You can request
And in
a
reviewing
pass.
the movie, the favorite part of the review. Of the
I
movie.
think the principal guy is my favorite thing in the movie.
Oh,
I just
okay.
love him. Yeah. I like his outfit. I like his attitude. I just identify with him.
Also, what was he doing when he was like going through the halls that one time? Was he looking for anyone, or is he just like prancing around the halls?
I just at work on a Saturday for 8 hours. He
Yeah,
just
that's
killing
true.
time.
Just
That's what I'd be doing.
practicing how awesome he can turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a really good foot plant on my turns. Brandon, favorite part?
I'm gonna have to go with I don't know what it is, but it was something about the baloney up on the statue. I don't know. It's quirky, it's simple, but it works. I thought it's just I want you to imagine a situation where you throw a piece of baloney at a sculpture and it becomes like part of the movie. Like it fails 99.999% of the time. He made it work. And I love and because he made it work, it automatically made me go, I love it. I'm all in.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed
And
to do
it
at
seems
that
fun to
time of
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems
I
like
know.
you want to throw bologna at something after
I like
seeing
want
that.
to go to the museum now with like some lunch meat and just like start randomly throwing it at pictures in museums.
You guys ever eaten that bologna with the green olives in it?
Not at
no.
all.
That seems so nasty, man.
There's
That
apparently
seems-
some sort of adhesive on one side.
Checking in with the triers, Jordan says 8 is about right. Thanks, Jordan.
Aw.
My favorite part, I'd have to say, was Emilio Estevez like coming out of the hot box room and doing like a dance all around the top floor, then going back in the hot box room and
Yeah.
screaming and breaking the glass.
I love the like 80s perception of what marijuana does.
Yeah, that was so weird. It was like, I think it's particularly like Emilio Estevez, like confession, I haven't smoked weed before, but from my friends and all that I've seen, it doesn't seem like the type of thing where you smoke a joint or you're in the room and you want to just dance like a boss,
Right.
like crazy, like pumping weights in the air and like prancing all around and then screaming till the glass breaks. So that was kind of weird, but I loved it though. I was like, every second of that, I was like, this is the best. I could watch like an hour of this.
Totally agree.
Do you have a favorite part now, Mac? Or did you say one? I forgot.
Yeah, principal.
Oh yeah, the principal. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's probably the one you just said actually in real life. I think both of you guys are better than mine. So yeah.
Oh man. What character did you guys like the best? I know Max said he wasn't feeling any of them except for the principal, I
Yeah.
guess. But
Maybe the janitor.
I was gonna say the janitor. The janitor was really cool. He was the stealth coolest guy.
Yeah.
Totally was.
The janitor made me miss Scrubs
Dude,
Yeah.
the scrub
made me
janitor
miss
is like the
Scrubs.
greatest character ever.
so bad. And you could totally tell like Scrubs like got the idea from this. Was just like his timing was always perfect. His everything he did was like move the story forward. That's all he was built to do, was to be that person that like said, "You're here, we're gonna take it there." But yeah, the janitor, my opinion, love it.
Dude, yeah, the janitor was awesome. Okay, out of the kids though, if you got to narrow it down to just the kids,
The Breakfast
best
Club.
kid. Yeah,
The-
the Breakfast Club.
I like the weird chick.
The weird
the,
chick
like,
was cool.
the-
She ended
the
up being
mental
really
chick.
cool.
Ali
Yeah, I
Snow,
like her.
like that.
Dandruff Snow.
Yeah.
She
She's
at one point
talented.
in the movie, if you haven't seen it, she has like a drawing of a house and she's adding snow to the drawing by like rubbing her hair and having the dandruff fall down on top of the house. It's
Yeah, that's
it's
charming.
kind of cute, kind of barfy. It's like watching childbirth, you know? As I said last week.
I did not feel that way when I watched it. But
Oh, my wife's gonna choke me. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Brandon, favorite character.
Favorite character, I'm gonna go
Kid.
with Kid. I'm gonna go with Molly Ringwald. Let me tell you why.
tell me.
She was the cutest of the two. Wins by default. By default.
Okay.
She was
Alright.
shallow. Her character sucked. She wasn't even that good of an actress, but wins by default.
See, I was more attracted to the weird chick.
And there you go. See, it's
Yeah.
I
that
mean,
makes
it
sense.
becomes a little closer toward the end of the movie. You know, the weird chick is kind of weird looking and homely at first, and dandruffy, and then she shampoos probably, gets a little makeover toward the end. She's a little better looking. You know, I would go with Molly Ringwald too, because of the cuteness. Also,
Yeah.
It's
well, you know,
fine.
Ali Sheeny, the weird girl. You know which character like her next big movie was, right? After this,
No,
Short Circuit.
no way,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I have not seen that movie since it came out. I don't think. I mean, I was a little
86.
kid.
Yeah.
I would watch that again, maybe for the show sometime. I've been meaning to pick it. I actually own it, so
Oh,
yeah, that would be a good. Mac, have you seen Short Circuit?
Yeah, I love Short Circuit.
Oh, dude.
Or I loved Short Circuit when I saw it when I was a kid. So
I just want
I don't know.
to have. That's what I want.
I
That
tried
show.
to get Jess to watch it, and she wouldn't even like tolerate the first 5 minutes of it. I was like, "You got to see Johnny Five. He's so
Yeah,
cool."
he's alive.
Johnny.
Lightning does it all. Lightning, man, and lightning. It just lightning. Boom. It's alive. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. It's the 80s. It's the 80s.
It's the 80s. Blue lightning.
Also, good job interrupting Todd's accent there. That was a good move.
You know what? Hey, it's an Indian accent. It doesn't count. Like, is there such thing as racism against Indians? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems
Wait.
like.
That's not feathers, right?
Yeah, right. Not the feather Indians. The feather Indians you don't want to be racist toward, but the other Indians, totally cool. You
Totally
know?
cool.
There's making fun of them isn't racist. Okay, think about this. Apu is played by a white guy, and nobody cares. Nobody's mad about it. There's none of this. I don't know what the social justice warriors would say, you know, but they don't try to shut it down, you know. So I need to stop talking about this.
It's like Todd's 10-minute rant on who it's okay to be racist against.
I can see like Mac's face in the thumbnail, just dig your own grave, bro. Just dig it.
I'm not gonna throw my hat into this ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just like with the Simpsons. Remember when they were digging the hole looking for the treasure, and Sheriff Quimby's like, "I know, we'll dig our way up." Like, no, dig up, stupid, dig up.
That's what I was trying to do. Jordan says Johnny Five is the effing nest. It's true, man. It's
Hey,
totally
Johnny
true.
Five was the originator of Skynet. That's what it
Ah,
turned into. Yeah,
deep.
conspiracy theory.
Classics. Anything else you guys want to talk about with the movie? I mean, there's a lot of parts that are kind of there's like the dance scene at the end where everybody's dancing. That felt like pretty iconic. I don't know. I mean, the character development was cool. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about it. I mean,
It's a solid movie. It's to me, it's solid. You can't go wrong. If you ever just want to watch a classic 80s, you know, it's there. It's in the middle though. It's not the icon. It's not the iconic that you could watch it over and over and over again, and it's the best thing ever. But at the same time, there's worse movies, you know, especially that John Hughes. I think John Hughes has had other movies that weren't as well. But for the most part, it's great. I think every high schooler gets to watch it or something like that senior year. Like, it's one of those where you kind of go, oh, wow, I'm understanding now teenage life better, that I fit into this clique. And then you realize there are no cliques, and you kind of have this like Neo awakening where you're like, whoa, you know? So
Yeah.
it's kind of really what it was about. It was kind of like Neo, like realizing there is no spoon. It's kind of like teenagers going, there are no cliques. You can be who you want. You can hang out with who you want. And it's a cool message.
yeah.
But it could have been much more quirkier.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for. I wanted more quirkier. I wanted more I wanted more shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need more of the dancing. That dancing needed to spread out its awesomeness to the rest of the movie.
Yes, I totally agree with that. One thing though I have to give credit to this movie for that was, I think, is very rare to see in a movie, is that the whole movie basically takes place in one room.
Mhm.
And that's really impressive to, you know, for all of us. Like, we weren't super fans of the movie, but we all agree that it was good. and it was just a bunch of kids basically sitting in a room talking the whole time. They move around, they go to through the halls of the high school, but they mostly just hang out in one room and talk, and it's good enough to hold your attention and to keep you engaged that whole time. That's pretty impressive to me.
Yeah, that's a great point.
All right, let's head over to the random questions. I have a random question that's really stupid. I just couldn't stop thinking about it when I was watching the movie. There's Emilio Estevez is giving this really long speech about how he taped a dude's buns together, and also
I know he had so much shame in it too. I was like,
really
dude, you're not a real jock.
Yeah, I was like, first of all, that's funny. You should have no shame. But I was just imagining if I could, if I wanted to put more shenanigans in the movie, I would have made that part and just had everybody leave while he's talking. And it just like shows him and he's just by himself talking about the buns. Anyway, my random question is in relation to the hazing that happened from Emilio Estevez's character, where he taped the buns of a man together. And there was another question about like how much money would I forgot something about money and sleeping with people. I don't know. There was a money thing in there. So how much money would it take you to have your buns taped together? Somebody else has to do it though. Your buns are taped together. How much money would it take? And let's say
how long are these buns taped?
5 minutes of tape together. And
are they using the really sticky type that there's gonna be a lot of hair?
Let's say it's duct tape. The hair is just dependent on your body.
That's pretty Brazilian.
Right? This is going to tell us a lot about each other's bodies, I think.
While we're discussing this, Triers, how much would it take you to get your buns taped together? So
now, is it across the sides or is it down the line? Do we go against the grain? These are different ways to think about this.
I pictured it across,
across. Multiple stripes.
I'm thinking just one duct tape.
One duct tape. Wow, that's not that bad then. That's not that bad.
This is like the most.
You might just leave it. Actually, this might be just leave it. Just jump in the pool later.
Maybe. Okay. And there's 5 strangers that see it happen. How much money would it take?
I'm going to go with whatever the lowest one of you guys is, minus $1. I just don't really care.
I don't know if you get an award for being the cheapest butt taper.
It's a contest, right? This is an auction.
The win
This is money for the podcast.
whoever the highest has to tape their own butt on the show. Oh, and 5 strangers will be watching, right?
Meanwhile, Jordan's like, I had so much hope for this podcast. I had so much hope. This is what we reverted down to. Who's the cheapest dude who will duct tape his butt?
Jordan's asking vertical or horizontal. I'm saying horizontal.
Well, I'm saying, yeah.
I'm gonna say I think I'd do it for about $300.
Dang,
$300.
a lot of money.
Yeah. But
you're saying if someone said $2.99, you wouldn't do it?
Well, then we just go back and forth and get it down to $1.
I'll pay you $10.
All right, fine. Oh man, anybody else with the price?
I'd have to go for a C note. Anything less, I wouldn't do it for 99. I'd do it for 100.
All right, $99.
So, in case anybody wants to tape our butts, that's the going rate of taping butts.
Yep.
Buns. I like buns better. Buns are funnier than butts. Mac, what's your question?
All right, so I have like a double question, I guess. So the first one
double
is
question, taped together horizontally.
So the first one is everyone in this movie is kind of categorized by like jock, princess, criminal, brain, basket case. So my first question is, which one of them would be the person that you would be part of their friend group in high school? Let's start with Brandon.
Brain. Let me tell you why.
Tell me.
If I'm in a brain group and it's 1984, I'm gonna be very rich in the future. Like there's so like he ends up being like a big deal running some corporation. I live in Irvine, and he is that guy that passes I'm doing 80 in the fast lane on 405. He's the guy in the Ferrari doing 130, like going in and out of the diamond lane. That's where I think he ended up in life. That's where I hope he ended up in life. That's where I would want to be in life. So I brain.
He would charge like
God, go for it.
$500 to get his butt taped together. I'm gonna go with Allie's group, just the nerd, like just the outcasts. She seems cool.
That's a lot of Cure music. That's a lot of Cure, dude.
That would be hard. That would be the hardest.
I don't know if I
part.
can listen to that much Cure and like
I
Smiths,
can't.
Morrissey.
Need a cure for listening to that crap.
Yeah.
I like a handful of their hits, but I have explored outside of the hits, and it is not a happy place.
It's not a happy place. It's sad. Like, oh, yeah.
All right, I'm with Todd. I want to be part of Allie's group if I had to pick one of their groups to hang out with.
Chick. What are you talking about? It's the only reason you're there.
That too.
You just want to be like, hey, you're awkward, and I'm
excuse.
awkward.
Hey, Todd's there.
But we can compete for her.
See who looks better with a taped up butt.
Yeah. Oh, so
All right.
good.
Second part of my question is, what category or label would more accurately describe how you were in high school? And we'll start with Brandon again.
I'm gonna go with it was a hybrid. It was like if you had duct tape and you just put it right down the middle of this crevice between where I was and it was sometimes I was brain and sometimes I was awkward, but it was in between the two. Yeah, it just mattered. That's kind of where I put myself.
It's fair. It's fair. Todd, go.
Choir punk.
Yep.
There's a very particular meaning to that. I think we all know what it is. Choir.
Yeah, my exact words that I typed were choir dork punk. So
Yes, 2 out of 3, man. I counted as a dork too. Totally with you on that.
But then I said that what people actually saw me as at school would probably just be more choir dork, because I don't know how much they saw the punk at school. So.
You were literally like punk rocker by night, dude.
Yeah, I was. Choir boy by day, punk rocker by night.
Also choir nerd by night on Thursdays. The times are good. Brandon, what's your question?
My question is you get to go back to the year 1980 something, and you get to see a band or a singer of some sort. The point is that you get front row tickets. You get to be right there in like the heart of their career, like 1980, whatever, and you get to see them and you get to experience that concert. Now, here's the catch. Either that singer or someone in the group of that band, they're dead. It's 2017 right now. They're already dead. So you'd be going back in time to see a band that you can't see right now. Who's that band? I'm going to go with Mac.
All right. So it's kind of hard not to pick the Beatles, even though they weren't playing live in 1980. But John Lennon was still alive in 1980. And so Beatles reunion show, December 1st, 1980, shortly before John Lennon dies.
Snap.
There you go.
Snap. That was pretty legit.
That's my
man.
first choice. Followed by, and then it's a show with the Ramones are obviously playing it, and probably Queen and Jackson 5 are all playing it too. So,
Ooh. Dang.
All right. I dig it.
Very good.
Todd?
Ramones, hands down.
Yeah.
Yep.
CBGB right there.
CBGBs, dude. I'd be at CBGBs watching the freaking watching Joey with his lanky legs kicking everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, I looked up like a 1980 Ramones set list. So good, 1980
Oh,
Ramones
really?
set list. It's like 30 something songs, and they're all hits. It was amazing.
Oh, awesome.
Wow. I'm gonna go with something a lot cooler. Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Hey,
That was my dude. Like when I was growing up, like that was my Elvis. That was my
yeah,
Beatles.
you were the appropriate age to be his dude.
Yeah. I mean, that was me. Michael
Yeah,
Jackson.
See, I
That'd be
always
cool.
like Jackson 5 more than Michael Jackson, so that's why that was my choice. for
Because there's 4
playing the
additional
show, but-
Jacksons.
Way more.
Yeah,
Five
and
times
like
Jacksons.
you know,
Before he
I
started
Want You
being
Back
all
is
like
like one of the
rapey.
best songs ever.
Yeah, I Want You Back
Yeah.
is legendary. in
Like
this-
I want like the thriller tour. Like that's where I
Ooh.
would be like big thing,
That'd be a
big
great show.
theatrics. Although I did have a plan B because Matt gave a plan B. Pink Floyd. I
Ooh,
think that would have been really cool. So that would have been the other one.
awesome. Okay, that has been random questions. Ooh, Jordan says Bowie. That would be freaking
Oh
cool.
yeah.
That would be
He
freaking.
also said Wham though, so.
Dude, I know Wham exists. I don't know a Wham song. Not gonna lie,
Really?
I don't know a Wham song.
Oh
For
my
all I
goodness.
know, Wham could have
Wake
been like
me up
the.
before you go.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Have you
I
not
don't
seen Zoolander?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
Seen
Yeah.
Zoolander, and I appreciate the songs. That's just one of those bands that I don't know. Well, I hear a lot of songs, like some of the soundtracks, like some of the songs from the soundtrack of this movie, The Breakfast Club, I recognized, but I don't know the bands. Like I think a lot of the '80s bands like blur together, and also I just don't care who the band is. You know,
Yeah.
don't you forget about me? Like just the '80s sad guy voice, the longing man.
Yeah.
You know, they're all blurred together. All right. That's it for random questions. I think we are pretty good on time. So let's wrap up and talk about what we're going to do next week. Brandon, why don't you tell us what we're going to do next week?
All right. So everyone, check this out. We are dedicating an entire month to superhero movies. Dun dun dun. And not only are we dedicating it, we're not going to turn back the clock and start with, Spider-Man 1. We're going to go and we're actually going to do some of the hard-hitting, brand new summer movies that our generation has come to call the summer of superheroes. Every summer, there's always a superhero movie, not just one, not just two, sometimes 3 or 4. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to watch them. Now, we're not going to be looking at the DVDs. We're not going to be going to iTunes. We're going to go to the movies. So we're going to give you reviews of all the movies that are coming out. And that's going to start with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which I am not looking forward to at all. And then
Yes.
the week after that, should we tell them? Should we do it?
I think we can reveal that next movie. I think it's safe.
It's gonna be awesome. It's
All
gonna
right.
be a wonderful time.
Lots of wonder in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, we got at least those two. We're going to try to do some newer stuff just for funsies.
Yeah.
So, and also because I'm going to see like every superhero movie in the theater anyway. So
Absolutely.
yeah. Very cool. So great call doing that. Yeah. And that's it for this week. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. We really appreciate your support and your comments to Jordan and Brad. There's Brad. Yay. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Thank you for watching the live stream. Remember, we're live every week at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. And if you're waiting on shows to be released, we do record a live show every week, but some weeks I don't release the audio for that show. So if you're listening to the audio podcast, sometimes they come along way later, but we are going to be having pretty much just one every week, but on average. But if they come out late, they might come out like 3 days 3 days apart from each other instead of a week apart from each other to catch up. So look forward to that. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.